Winter well and truly arrived in my part of the world this week. The temperature was reading about -6 this morning. Really cold. I actually did try to go to my first job and I actually did manage to get a few bits and pieces done, but I'd say the temperature gauge was reading about -4 when I got to the job, and when I left the job it was still on -4. It hadn't warmed up at all. Everything had a real hard frost on it, so did struggle a little bit this morning, but managed to get a few bits sorted. As you can see here, this was my first job of the day. Everything's white, hard, frosty. So yeah, customers brought out a few coffee for me, which was brilliant. Now unfortunately my audio was pretty terrible on this part of the video, so I'm going to do a voiceover part of it anyway. I was basically telling you about the type of jobs that I've picked up this year, and I'm about to show you one of the jobs I've picked up this year. They're all fairly similar to this type of job. A lot of the people that got in touch with me this year for gardening all wanted, say, 2 hours a fortnight. There were different things that popped up here and there were quite a few lawns, just one-off cuts, and just a few lawns that were ongoing, just lawns. So that was really nice, but I just thought I'd take an opportunity to show you some of the jobs that came up this year. And I say this one came up quite nicely, very local to where I live, very local to a few other jobs I have, so I can condense it all into one of these days, and I don't have to go too far. I don't have to actually leave the village on this day. So as I say, the audio was pretty terrible, and then my camera slipped down, so I just thought I'd do a voiceover part, and I'm about to show you some of a new garden that you've not seen before. So that's the front garden. I say I'll come in once a fortnight and do whatever the customer wants me to do. Some of them like to come out and chat to me and ask me to get on certain things. So for example, they might come out and say weed that bed or do some bits in here. So I'll generally do whatever they ask. If they don't ask, then I'll just say, you're okay for me to get cracking? I say, yeah, just do whatever you feel is necessary, and they'll do exactly that. And here's the back garden, and this is what a lot of my jobs have been like this year. These 2 hourly gardening jobs, they're all very similar. They're not in too bad a nick now. When I first got on them, they were fairly weedy, so that whole back bed was really full of weeds. The section down here was full of weeds. So I have got on top of it now. So whether or not next year something might change. Sorry about the glare. So these guys aren't here this week, but thankfully they let me come in, and they trust me to get on with bits and pieces well enough, and they let me do whatever I fancy. So today I know that this needs to go, so I'm going to dig this out, get rid of this for them. It is a big fuchsia. It's a big fuchsia. I'll probably dig it up and probably move some of it to another job I've got. They don't want to keep it anymore, so it's going to go. And I say I generally will tidy the leaves and whatever just needs to be done this time of year.
I've got the stump out, and got most of it into their little dustbin. I'm gonna leave this bit, and there's a little clump there for next time. But man, yeah, there's little stumps like that. They have roots everywhere. Anyway, that one's done. So I've got a little bit over there that I'm going to keep, and I'm going to put in somebody else's garden. And yeah, we'll continue on.
Just finished that job. That's just a quick look at a lot of the sort of jobs I've picked up this year. They're not all like that, and I know that's not everybody's favourite thing to do, is the hourly stuff, and especially the weeding. It's not my favourite thing to do either. I'd much prefer to be out doing lawns, but if all those little jobs that I do were lawns, if they were all lawns, this would be my final week of work. So doing the type of thing that I have been doing there, I will be alright to go there for up to Christmas, beyond Christmas into January and February, and just allows me to keep working and keep busy. Anyway guys, thanks for watching today. Got stuff to do, so take care, be good, and I will see you next time.